Okay, so for this next problem, remember when you go from polar form, you're going to from stuff with r's, coses, sines, and thetas to rectangular form where there's x's, y's, etc. So since we see r, we want to replace with x and y. Over here, we see that r is equal to square root of x squared plus y squared. So we did a replacement, as you can see down below, and then we squared both sides and subtracted 9. You want to isolate 0. So this one's a little bit tricky, but you guys all know how to do it. So you know that if theta is 30 degrees, and you know that when you look at this right triangle, x is the distance out this way, y is height. You know that tan is opposite over adjacent. Since tan of theta is opposite over adjacent, you know that the opposite of theta in this triangle is y, the adjacent is x. So tan theta is y over x. Then we're going to insert 30 degrees for theta. We know that the tan of 30 degrees in first quadrant is root 3 over 3. So then we have root 3 over 3 is equal to y over x. We want to get rid of the x in the denominator, so we multiply both sides by x. And that's how we end up with y equals root 3 over 3x. Okay, you now need to recognize that sine, cosine, and tan have reciprocals, cosecant, secant, and cotan. So for this problem, we want to see sine or cosine or tan. So we can replace secant with 1 over cos, so we end up with r equals 1 over cos theta, which is the same as r equals 7 over cos. We multiply both sides by cos theta, getting us 7 by itself is equal to r cos theta. You can replace r cos theta with x. So your final answer is x equals 7. So for this next one, we know that cosecant's reciprocal is sine. So then we do 8 over sine, just like we did for 3. Multiply by sine, replace r sine theta with y, and then y equals 8. That's our final answer. Next one, we multiply both sides by r. Remember, we're just distributing. This is one term. So we get r squared is equal to 2r sine theta. We replace r sine theta with y. R squared with x squared plus y squared. Get all terms on one side, so we have x squared plus y squared minus 2y equals 0. So for this next one, we multiply by the denominator. And then on the left-hand side, we are going to distribute the 4 into both terms inside the parentheses. So r times 4 cos, r times negative 2 sine. So we get 4r cos theta minus 2r sine theta. Remember, when you see r cos, you can replace with x. When you see r sine, you can replace with y. We'll move the 5 to the other side, and then we have our final equation. Similarly, for this next one, we're going to multiply. Now for this next one, we're going to multiply both sides by 1 minus sine of theta. So then we have r times 1 minus sine of theta is equal to 3. We distribute the r, so we have r minus r sine theta is equal to 3. We can replace r with the square root of x squared and y squared, minus, we can replace r sine theta with y equals 3. So we can't, we need to get rid of the radical, so we'll add y to the other side. So now we'll have square root of x squared plus y squared equals 3 plus y, or y plus 3. Now we're going to square both sides to get rid of the radical, so we'll have x squared plus y squared is equal to y plus 3 times y plus 3. When we FOIL, we get y squared plus 6y plus 9. And when we move all terms to one side, we will end up with x squared minus 6y minus 9 equals 0. That's our final answer.